Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology, and in today's video we will cover an important transit. The mystic Ketu moves from the Jyeshta Nakshatra into the Anuradha Nakshatra on 2nd June 2021. Now Ketu is a mysterious planet who represents moksha, transformation, isolation, spirituality, research. So how will this transit be for the world? Let us explore that in this video. So in this chart, you can see that Ketu is present in the sign of Scorpio or Vrishik. And earlier he was present in the Jyeshta Nakshatra inside the sign of Scorpio. So the purple arrow shows that Ketu has now moved into the Anuradha Nakshatra, which is shown by two red lines. Now, what is Anuradha Nakshatra all about? Anuradha Nakshatra represents another Radha. Okay, it is the nakshatra that immediately follows the Vishaka Nakshatra. The symbol of Anuradha Nakshatra is represented by a lotus. The life of these people is full of difficulties, but still they are able to blossom and overcome these difficulties, just like the petals of a lotus always remain above the dirty water that surrounds them. So now what happens when Ketu moves from the Jyeshta Nakshatra to the Anuradha Nakshatra? First of all, the sign of Scorpio is the natural 8th house in the zodiac belt, and therefore it represents transformations. It represents sudden events. It also represents buried things, hidden things, and also activities such as investigative activities, spying activities, etc. So, when a mystic planet like Ketu moves into the Anuradha Nakshatra, this Anuradha Nakshatra is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is also a karmic planet, and Saturn also represents Vairagya, isolation, okay, and spirituality. So, one thing is, across the world, it brings about a deep interest in spirituality, particularly for the Aries ascendant. Since this is your natural 8th house, okay, you will be greatly drawn towards occult activities. You would be greatly interested in things such as astrology, Reiki, healing, and such similar activities. You should take care of your health because Ketu in the 8th house is not very good for health. So, Aries ascendant, you need to be careful with your health. Now, for the Taurus ascendant, this transit is occurring in your 7th house, okay, which means that you may face some challenges in relationships. Taurus is also the ascendant for independent India, which means India's relationships with its business partners may come under some kind of stress in this time period. But Ketu in the sign of Scorpio and in the nakshatra of Anuradha encourages research, and therefore, with respect to this COVID disease which is circulating around widely, okay, there will be more research and more beneficial outcomes in the days ahead. So, Ketu will encourage research into curbing this virus. So, better vaccines will come out soon. Taurus ascendant, you may have heated arguments with your spouse, with your business partners. So, be very careful when you are dealing with your business partners and your spouse. Your income in general may increase, but your ego may get inflicted and you may have heated arguments with your business partners and spouse. So, take care of this and remain calm. Now, for the Gemini ascendant, this transit is in the 6th house in the Anuradha Nakshatra. Okay, 6th house is the house of service. So, this transit tells you to serve street animals such as dogs, cats, okay, and also to engage in devotion to Lord Ganesha. Because Ketu is in the Anuradha Nakshatra, it is the natural sixth house for you. Okay, and definitely what it does, it brings hidden enemies out in the open. Okay, so in this period you may experience certain challenges in your workplace, and the only way to reduce these challenges is to serve animals. When you start serving animals, when you start doing service, these challenges will automatically go away. Also, you need to be very careful with respect to your health, because the sixth house is the house of disease. So, you may face certain health problems in this time period if you are taking your health very lightly and not taking adequate precautions. Another thing is, if there was a long outstanding loan which you had to repay and you are not able to repay, now comes the time when you would be easily able to repay this loan. So from somewhere suddenly you will get money and you will be able to repay that loan. For the Cancer ascendant, this transit is occurring in the fifth house in the Anuradha Nakshatra. So it encourages learning occult things, learning more about spirituality, reading divine books. So if you engage yourself in these activities, this period will be a great relief to you. However, you must remember that the Lord of Scorpio, that is Mars, is right now debilitated till 20th July 2020, which means that Ketu will bring some kind of difficulties in your financial investments, some issues with respect to the health of your children. So these are two aspects on which you need to be extremely careful during this transit. For the Leo ascendant, this transit is occurring in your fourth house, and you can see that Mars is weak and placed in your 12th house. Okay, so sudden issues with respect to property might come up. You might face unnecessary expenditure on property related issues, on repairing your vehicles, etc. So be careful about these things during this time period. Also take care of the health of your mother, because Ketu is in your fourth house. Okay, and this may bring some challenges with respect to the health of your mother. Also, there may be some reduction in your general happiness, because the fourth house also denotes happiness, and when Ketu is here, it tries to take you away from the material world. So the message which Ketu is trying to give you is, come out of the material activities, engage yourself more in spiritual activities, and you will find solace in this time period. For the Virgo ascendant, this transit is occurring in your third house in the Anuradha Nakshatra. Okay, so for the Virgo ascendant, you might face some challenges with respect to dealing with your siblings. Also, the efforts that you put in, you may not get in an equivalent reward. You might have to work very hard to attain your goals in this time period. But if you work hard, if you do not give up, then definitely you will succeed in whichever endeavor you undertake. Coming to the Libra ascendant, this transit occurs in your second house. So some problems related to the family, some issues with respect to finances will crop up in this time period. Pray to Lord Ganesha and things will be alright for you. Now for the Scorpio ascendant, this transit is occurring in your ascendant. Okay, and when Ketu is in the ascendant, it can give you certain health problems, but it will draw you deeply towards spirituality. You will be drawn towards occult things, because Scorpio is also the natural 8th house in the zodiac belt. Also, things that were hidden deep in your subconscious, they will suddenly start coming out. You will feel drawn towards occult activities, towards near death experiences. Okay, so it is telling you to become more spiritual in this time period, to engage in devotion to Lord Ganesha. So do these things and definitely this transit will benefit you. Also, if you are doing some research project, if you are doing some investigation, then this transit gives you success. For a Sagittarius ascendant, this transit is occurring in your 12th house. Okay, and 12th house signifies many things. First thing is it signifies moksha, it signifies isolation. Okay, it also signifies charity. So if you do charity, if you serve the poor, then this transit will save you from hospitalization. So this is a time period when you have to get spiritual and start serving the poor people. In fact, I would suggest you start serving dogs, you feed them with milk. And for a Sagittarius ascendant, this transit will give you the best results on the spiritual domain. Now, for a Capricorn ascendant, this transit is occurring in your 11th house. Okay, and Ketu has entered the Anuradha Nakshatra, which is ruled by Saturn. Your ascendant lord Saturn is also placed in Makar, that is in the ascendant itself. Okay, and therefore this is a good time for you in reality. Only thing is, you might find your friends behaving in a slightly different way. They may want to move away from you because Ketu is in your 11th house. Okay, but if you are doing some research, if you are doing some investigative project, then Ketu gives you success. In fact, Ketu will give you great gains if you are engaged in some kind of research activity. So for a Capricorn ascendant, I would say this is a good time period to study, to investigate something, and to come up with a conclusion. Ketu will also try to take you away from the materialistic things. Okay, so it might try to bring obstacles in the path of your hopes, aspirations, desires, because it is present in the 11th house. Also, Mars is debilitated for the next 2 months and it is in your 7th house. So definitely it indicates some challenges on the relationship front with your friends and with your partners. That is the only thing you need to be very careful about. Otherwise, because of Saturn's presence in your ascendant, this is a very good time for you. Jupiter in your 2nd house also gives you great financial gains. For the Aquarius ascendant, this transit is in your 10th house. Okay, in the Anuradha Nakshatra. Again, things with respect to your career or things you intended to do earlier but did not take up seriously, they may now come out on the forefront. You might face challenging situations at work, but because you have Jupiter in your ascendant, you will be able to overcome those situations which Ketu gives you. Also note that Mars is in your 6th house. Okay, so Mars helps in destroying your enemies. So overall, this is a good transit for the Aquarius ascendant. Now for the Pisces ascendant, this transit is occurring in your 9th house in the Anuradha Nakshatra. Okay, and Saturn is also present in your 10th house, which means that on your business front, certain issues may suddenly come up. You need to connect with your gurus, with your teachers, and take their blessings, and then Ketu will become positive for you. A general way to overcome the negative effects of Ketu is to pray to Lord Ganesha, because Ganesha is the god who is the controlling deity of Ketu. Another way is to feed dogs, to serve animals. That makes Ketu a benefic in your horoscope. So during this transit, if you do these things, Ketu will become a great benefic. Ketu is also represented by a flag. So if you are feeling that this transit is becoming very challenging for you in the days ahead, then try doing one small thing. In your house, there will be a small temple or a place of worship for God. Try to hoist a red flag on that place of worship. If you don't have such a place of worship, then at your work desk, just keep a simple red flag. The flag must be in the hoisted position. One more thing to remember is that the zodiac sign of Scorpio is ruled by Mars. So if in your natal chart, Mars is well placed, then this transit will generally be very good for you. Since Ketu is in the nakshatra of Saturn and the zodiac sign of Mars. It is influenced by the placements of both Mars and Saturn in your natal horoscope as well as during transits. So, if Saturn are well placed in your natal horoscopes, then Ketu will not harm you much. Again, the effects of this transit are more intense for those who are currently having Ketu Mahadasha or Ketu Antardasha. So, if you do the remedies which I just mentioned, you will get a lot of relief. So, friends, this is my analysis of Ketu's transit into the Anuradha Nakshatra on 2nd June 2021. If you like this video, please mark it as liked on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to my channel, Kamath Astrology, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button so you will be notified when we add a new video. To know more about us, visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. For any consultations, email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com. So friends, thanks a lot. Bye. Take care.